Okay, hey guys. So this video is gonna be about the quantum forces of good and evil. I kind of face them all the time. A lot of people might not realize it, but I feel them, I see it, and I'm in it. It's crazy. Here's what's happening basically with the quantum forces of good and evil, right? The world in quantum theory, there is nothing. All of this is made in the eyes of God. What is God? God is everyone, basically. Like the God is in the this universe, the quantum world is made by a conscious observer. Everything is where it is because it's consciously observed. So there is something observing it. We don't know what it is. And that's why I say it's God. Now, a lot of people don't believe in God. They don't know what it is. They don't have no proof of it. And that's the reasons why they don't believe it. Either there's no proof of it, they hate life, they can't see why there's so much suffering, etc., etc. Us Christians, we have a reason to believe that there is. He gave us free will. We do whatever the fuck we want. And that's why everything is fucked up. Scientifically, I believe there is a God, and because He is a subconscious being, and He allows everything to be as it is, but He loves us, and this love is not the kind of love that you would like. Oh, okay, whatever, whatever. But anyways, I'm not gonna get into that point. The point is this quantum world, right? Okay. Now, scientifically, we live in a conscious world, right, where we're all many gods, we're all images of God. That's the whole ordeal when it comes down to the subconscious God. Okay? And so there's a possibility of multiple universes happening, right? So what is going on? Between good and evil are the worlds that our worlds are controlled by. Because we have a choice to make good or bad in everything that we do. So the worlds that govern us are good and bad. Now, in good, we find creativity. In good, we find what we want to do, will, work, faith, into what we do. And so there's pure potentiality. I call that world, that creative world, that creative possibility in us, the world where anything is possible in a good way. The world of pure potentiality is where we try to do whatever the hell we want. We want to dream. There's a possibility we can fly. So there's that possibility. There's great possibilities going on there, right? But then there is the negative world, which is the forces of destruction and control and suppression. The world that is jealous of what is good. The world that desires and puts itself away from what it really wants because it desires it, and it desires equals to suffering and whatnot. So there's that world of oppression, people being jealous, trying to take control, and that's the world we live in, where we're fighting and we're struggling to get what we want. So between the controlling forces of a negative world, a world where there's a possibility that there is this universal force that wants us not to achieve what we want. It's a destructive frequency. It's a force like in the beginning of the universe, basically, everything came into order and there was a frequency of chaos, like a sound that can destroy everything, a sound that destroys things, a sound that, and I don't know what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is that we are the worlds. We are the worlds. We are those quantum physical worlds. And I'm going to get into this quantum physical world, right? In each of us is a quantum physical world. We represent the different worlds that can possibly be. We are God. The universe is within us. And within each mind is a whole different world. And we control each other. We suppress each other. We subconsciously control this world and make it to be the way it is. But we don't want certain people to have power over us. So we put things in certain place to have certain power. Like, for example, white and black people. We don't want black people to control the situation because they are strong body-wise. And so we put them in a certain place because they're strong body-wise. We don't want them fucking our women, etc., because they got big dicks, whatever, whatever. You know, that's basically how it goes. But it's a natural instinct that we get as human beings. And some humans do this. We do it to an evil degree as well. And we still fight for equality. We still believe in those truths and stuff like that. So this is how the world is controlled by this good and evil. Now, moving on to that whole, passing that whole that we are all gods and that we are in a power struggle between each other and we oppress each other. We don't give each other pure potentiality. We don't allow ourselves to free our minds and stuff like that in these certain ways. We control each other so much that we don't actually get anywhere. So it's like divide and conquer, and that's what the devil does, that negative forces, right? Passing on to that, I was gonna get into. I'm not gonna get into the egotistical part about society. I can't know where I'm going right now. Oh, I wanted to talk about time lapse wise. Now, quantum physically, there's multiple worlds, but quantum physically also all of these worlds don't exist. None of this actually exists. This is all just one person, and we're all just one thing. So, space-time is an illusion, and we're creating it. This means that whatever somebody else is feeling, we're all feeling. Whatever somebody else is doing, we're feeling it, or we're a part of it in some way. I think they say there's a theory, a saying, that the devil, he pushes himself further away because it's logical to do so, because he's smart and he fears God, so he pushes himself away. So in that sense, it seems like space does the same way. People do the same thing. And so what the adversary, Satan, what the devil does, and what people do in their minds is they push themselves away. And I kind of hear, you ever hear like when you hear somebody saying something and it sounds like it's about you, but you don't want it to be about you and you just don't like it, and you're like, fuck, why are they saying that? Or you ever notice on TV they're saying something and it starts to fall in line with what exactly you're saying? Well, I believe that that's a possible part of you. It's basically that the world is entangled with you. And as I said before, in quantum entanglement, there's the fact that light is entangled with each other. And there's the fact that it's just basically truth is that you come from, we're all one. And everything is you, you know. So be it that it started at some point or that it's in the now, it is all you. And space and time does not matter. Like, space and time does not matter, and all things fall into play as you and goes along with you because it is a part of you. The thing is that the opponent, the devil, the adversary, the thing that tries to control you, he distinguishes himself from you. He puts himself away from you. He is a force that pushes himself away from you. Probably God, us, our consciousness designed this so that we have something, for a purpose, to entangle ourselves in this, you know, good and evil, what is darkness without light, what is light without darkness. It's to give us purpose, and in order to give us purpose, we need this. Purpose, I've mentioned before in my writings on WordPress.com. You can look me up on Billy Rivera, Rivera Billy at WordPress.com, RiveraBilly.wordpress.com. You can look up my other one, Eon Draven, WordPress.com. I talk about different things like this. Talk about purpose, and purpose is the face of God. Your face is a purpose. Everyone is a purpose. The universe cannot be born without purpose. Like if the earth was 1 degree off, it would freeze. If it was, or it would turn too hot. Just 1 degree closer, 1 degree further away, it would be too hot or too cold. So everything is fine-tuned, and not to mention that there's no other planet with human-like beings and stuff like that. It's obviously done for a purpose. What the fuck is this, all of this? You know, it's trillions of stars. No other civilization has come in time, or they're evolving the same time as us. What the fuck is going on? all we can see is that this is so great what we have, and our minds are so great, and the beautiful things that we created and what we have in front of us right now, this technology and everything that we are, is so great that it has to be for a purpose. Now some people can say it has no purpose. The problem with that is that if it doesn't have any purpose, your life doesn't have any purpose, and everything here doesn't have any purpose, and then the end result is like, okay, go and kill yourself, suicide mode activated, because there's no purpose in this. You're just gonna look at everything pessimistically. That's why I look at life and I call it half empty or half full. This is the Bible. Half empty and half full. The cup is half empty or half full. You can look at the cup half empty or half full. Half empty is pessimistic. Half full is positive. The positive thing is that the cup being full is life, and you drink it. Yeah, I mentioned that something else. Anyways, I'm skipping on to the purpose thing. This also goes in hand with good and evil. One goes down a downward spiral to the negative realm, which is no purpose, nothing matters. But if you look at, and this is the saying that I've always said. How could no purpose, nothing, give birth to purpose in the universe? Now, somebody who is a theologist or who is open-minded as fuck to the ideas of these things would say, well, I don't know, but it's possible, right? Anything is possible, blah, blah, blah. But I like to go along the lines that with relativity. When I look at the theory of relativity, and when I look at how science works and everything works, you must look at, to me, you have to, what the universe presents to you is that everything has a beginning and an end and comes from somewhere. So the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So therefore, the purpose of this apple was given by the tree. The tree is God. And so purpose, which is God or the subconscious being, gave birth to purpose. Now, it also gave birth to no purpose, which fights us, basically. It's the devil. It is the antagonist. The antagonist is to antagonize us. That's what it means, antagonist. Protagonist is the hero. Speaking of antagonist and protagonist, that goes along with the characters of the universe and conscious beings. I call that the subjugation, and I'll talk about that later. Okay, thank you for watching this video about good and evil. You now know where the forces of good and evil come from and why we are subjected to them, because they are the only two realms that control everything that we do. We have to either do good or do bad. We have an antagonist and we have purpose. We have purpose and we have the force of destruction, which won't allow anything. Anyways, thank you and bye.